What is God's desire for you? What God expects from your life? Have you ever thought about it? He looks at those religious Pharisees and God says, I desire mercy. I desire a heart of compassion. I'm not interested in all those rules and regulations that are put in place and trying to keep the Sabbath holy. It's okay if people violate the Sabbath. All I want you is to show compassion. God looked at Saul and said, I desire obedience than sacrifice. God is looking at us and telling, I require obedience, simple obedience from you. With what I've already spoken to you concerning your life, God is looking at us and asking us, do you obey me? Sometimes it's very difficult to come to that place of obedience to God. Well, you can sing well, you can play the instrument well, you can be a good giver, you can have a good heart, and all that is fine, but what is actually I desire of you? Most of the times what we give to God comes from a place of convenience, not from a place of conviction. We try to do something which is very convenient for us, and we derive a lot of satisfaction by doing that. That's how most of the Christians are. You do what you can do. You do when you find the time to do. You serve God in your spare time. And with what little you give, it comes from a place of convenience and you're very satisfied. And you say, I've done this for God. But that's not what God expects from you. God wants you to give Him from a place of conviction. God wants you to understand what He actually desires of you, what He demands from you. He wants you to know what is there in His heart concerning you. What is His expectation? That is what He wants. That's why He placed His finger in Abraham's, the most prized possession. Abraham was a rich man. If God has asked for 100 rams, He would have given. But God said, I want the most precious thing in your life. I want you to take your son and go to Mount Moriah and offer him as a sacrifice. Do you really love me, Abraham? That's what God said. When He was about to slay him, God said, wait, Abraham, now I know that you truly love me. God demands us from a place of conviction. Do you really love me? Can you show that? It's not from a place of convenience, right? So what does God require of you? What does God desire of you? God said, remember Jesus said, when you come with your offering and you want to place it at the altar, when you want to leave your gift at the altar, stop. Because there is somebody, whom you have to reconcile with. He said, if you remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gift on the altar and go back and reconcile with your brother, and then come back and lay the offering. God is saying, I'm not interested in your sacrifices. Reconciliation is much better than sacrifice. That's what God is saying. You cannot willingly hurt somebody and harbor resentment in your heart. And then you come before God and then you say, Lord, I want to worship you. It doesn't work. God is saying, stop. I don't want your worship. I don't want your gift. Leave your gift right there. Don't come near the altar. Go back. Because there's something that you're willfully done. You're willfully offended your brother. Go and reconcile and then come back and offer your gift. What God requires of us, reconciliation is better than sacrifice.